A 30-minute webinar, and let's get started right away. We will take a look at the foundations on online visibility today. And really, when it comes down to getting found online when people are looking for you, it might be that they are looking for your organization specifically, or they might just search for what you are offering. And we want to make sure that you are getting found either way. You happen to see here is a screenshot of what a Google search would do if you search for EZY Marketing. We are going to look at several things that comes up in a search result and what it does online. And we're going to look at different tools. Tool number one is at the heart of what's going to be your mobile responsive website. Sometimes people will say, oh, I have a Facebook. I don't need a website. But it's important because it's an asset that you own and you have control over. This is your online hub where you can link back to from your social media, but it's always yours. No one can take it away. And then tool number two here is link your social media channels. And that's important to be set up and correctly. And we will talk about more about social media in a minute. And tool number three here is about content. Content is what fuels your digital marketing. To get found online, it's a good idea to add a blog to your website where you're answering questions and give information people are looking for. And content is what people are searching for. That's what they are consuming. That's what they are sharing online. And fresh, relevant content aligning with your audience and what they are searching for. That's the key here. A blog is great to answer questions. You don't have to hang up on if you heard about stuffing keywords for the purpose of ranking. It's more about providing insight. And you can ask questions. And the great news is that this type of content that you would put into a blog, you can then use in your other areas of marketing. Of course, the blog is sitting on your website, but you can use that content, break it up in social media posts, in emails, and so on. And this is an example here. You can see our blog post and how you provide, how to protect small businesses against phishing scams. Someone asked last week when we did the longer version, what is a blog? And a blog, most website has it even called blog or news. And this is an example of our blog page. It is a series of articles or news or answers and questions and answers sections. They all, when you look at them, look like a page, but they do rank differently when it comes to search engine optimization, and it is important for your ranking to have them there. Tool number 4 is listing and review sites that can show up on search results. Keeping your business listed up to date will help consumers find you, trust you, and connect you. And it's all about accurate information, such as your business name, address, phone number, hours, and website. And it's important to create a consistent presence across the search engines and that all of those that information is correct. And the consistency not only is easier for customer to reach you, but it also strengthens your local search and visibility and overall online credibility. And where are those listings? Of course, it is on Facebook and the Google business listing that you are setting up. But you can also end up on Yelp. You can either put your own company there, and sometimes Yelp is another search listing sites on the website. They kind of comb the web and look for businesses in certain areas, and they might put you up there. So you need to keep an eye. If they put you up there, it is free to be there. And in most cases, all you need to do is to log into their site, and for no extra charge, you can make sure that your information is up to date. Of course, the way they make money is that they ask you a premium to show up higher in those listings, or that you can show images and so on. But it's important to keep an eye and make sure that everything is up to date. And I'm actually going to give you an example of something that just happened to me on vacation. I was taking our grandchildren to what's called Unibacken. It's a playful exhibition and theater, and it has with a magic story train in Stockholm, Sweden. The place is around the Swedish author Astrid Lindgren and her books. Most of you in America probably know Pippi Longstocking. So we wanted to go there early, but when did it open? This is what the website says. It says 7-17. That is what we call military time. So it means that it's open between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. That's what's on their homepage. If I clicked on plan your visit, it says it open at 10 a.m. And if I looked at Google listing, it says it's open 8:30. So you can see how a big place like this that has thousands of visitors on a summer day have three different places. Two of those, all three of them, they have full control over, and they still have different times listed. But we got there at 9, and the kids and us had just a wonderful, wonderful time. So let's take a look at tool number 5, because the first 4 tools here, they all tie together, and it really helps with search engine optimization. And part of that is also what you can do more is that you can ask for reviews. From time to time, sending out a request of a review when you have a happy customer doesn't cost you anything, and it is really good for people to see what other people have experienced with you. You just need to ask, and you need to send it in a timely way, and provide a direct link to where they can write the review. Don't send 100 requests to reviews in one day. Yes, make them come right after you had a good experience with a client. And search engines look for those to have recent reviews, and so do customers. And the last thing you can do to be found online is to do paid advertising. You amplify your efforts by paying for a spot. Google ads you get found easier, and it drives more people to your website. And you can also do Facebook and Instagram ads. Facebook and Instagram ads are usually much easier to do with, so it's a good place to start if you're going to do advertising, and it's much less expensive in most cases. So Chloe, next up.
Great. Well, let's move on to talk about how you want to rethink your social media efforts to drive more engagement. Social media is often misunderstood. So instead of hoping to go viral, consider it as just one part of your overall strategy and engage in specific ways to get seen. Social media, you're competing with an algorithm. So engagement is key to success here. People don't always see everything. So let's talk about 3 keys to social media success and how you can rethink what you're doing to capitalize on engagement that helps you get seen to build the relationships that are so important in today's world. So first up is all about the engagement piece. Ask questions. These are tools, but you can even just as simple ask a question in a post, ask a question in a poll, ask their opinion, and ask for feedback. The other way to get engagement is to think about groups. Facebook is the most common use for consumer services and products. The other way to capitalize on engagement with more personal connections to utilize groups, connect with audience in a way you can't do on a business page, more personal and getting to know people, like local groups for your city or community, topic/industry groups. Like, where's your target audience? It doesn't need to be directly related to what you do, just somewhere where you can engage with people that might be interested in what you're offering without selling your company necessarily. So be helpful versus promoting, share resources to answer questions, engaging as you personally. Follow the rules of the group. You can't directly promote your business, but participate and answer questions. If you have resources, create a group of your own. You can use it as a focus group and allow people to get to know you as well. And Katrina, I think you have a couple examples of this.
Yeah, I put up one example, and this is in my county. Someone set up a Clay Eats, and it is for people that go out and like to try food in different places, and they put down their comments and what's new. But the owners of the restaurants also, according to the rules, can put a certain number of posts in there. So it's a really interesting place. I look at it because, you never know when a new restaurant comes up or something new is happening. And there are tons and tons of different groups for all kind of areas. But the important thing is that you are active on them. You need to be quick on your cell phone and keep an eye out on those all the time.
All right, so let's move on to key number 2, which is to entertain your audience. This is where you want to show a more fun side of your organization and give your brand a personality. It's important for letting people get to know you and that you're human. This type of stuff creates natural engagement for your audience, which is great for helping you get seen. And when you generate this engagement on posts like these, the next day you could share promotional information as you're more likely to be seen by these same people since they've been paying attention to your content. Far too many posts today sound too formal versus a person just having a conversation. This is where you want to get personal, and it's all about being relatable, which also starts to help people feel understood. You can share things in your day-to-day that are relatable. Maybe it's a photo of a relatable mess that you have when you're working on a project. Talk about what you're doing behind the scenes or something you personally enjoy about a holiday. It could even be mistakes that you've made in the day-to-day. For example, a garage door business, sometimes one of the workers will take his dog for a ride to a job when the weather is not too hot. And so they've shared photos of that and how the dog is their supervisor of the day. Or coffee taste test with your employees, just something engaging with your audience that isn't selling. And then number 3 for social success, this is all about being helpful and providing value to your audience. It's not just about sales, it's about staying top of mind. You have to answer the questions that people have, provide resources, and be a helpful guide. Some blogs/articles you can do are quick tips. For example, a flower shop will share how to keep flowers lasting longer. A tip of the day relating to your industry and common mistakes. The last thing we'll touch on about social media is to amplify your efforts with paid ads, because in so many cases you can reach more of the right people with ad targeting. So once you find your high performing content, turn that into paid ads, help you extend your reach. You could consider a lead ad that helps you grow your email list in exchange for something like a coupon or a piece of content, or a click ad that's designed to drive traffic and sales to your website.
And
Last but not least, oh,
then last and not least, when people are finding you online and they're interacting with you on social media, eventually you want to start to move people to your own channels. That is email and text and phone number, so that you can continue building relationships. Imagine the scenario where you only engaged with your audience on social media, and the platform goes down or they change the rules. And it happened before. You have no way on communicating with the people that are buying or potentially buying your products or services. You want to start to move them to your own channels and ask for their email address or phone numbers. And the easiest is to get into their email address for subscription to your newsletter is that you want to offer them something. We find that people typically subscribe for three main reasons. Either you're offering a promotion or a discount of some kind. You have some exclusive content. You are an expert in an area, and if they read, instead of just giving it away on social media or on your website, you start to send it in emails to them, because then it's suddenly between you and them. Okay. And also to show support if you're a nonprofit. So that is perfect. So what you do is you create a sign up form, and the social media platform you're using, and we are using Constant Contact here, they all have all the tools to set that up as a landing page or set it up on your website. And you set it there, you can share it on social media, and you can even put it in your regular email signature. So if you look at my signature, I send a regular email with from my Outlook, and it has my name, it has a picture, phone number, and then it has a line, sign up to our newsletters. So use a variety of channels to grow your email list, and especially the form on the website is really strong. If you go to our website, if you stay there for more than, I think, 15 seconds, if you check us out and start to scroll up, down, it's coming, a form is popping up, and people have the opportunity to either click it away or sign up. And we do get a lot of sign-ups to the email list, and that's how people find us at a webinar like this. And when someone gives you their email address, they are highly engaged with you. So it's important that you start that communication to capitalize on that momentum. Any great relationship starts with communication, and at the very least, a welcome email comes into play, and you want that sent right away. And that is all set up and will happen automatically. A second email is also a good way, because they expect an email after they are signed up, but what about sending another one after about 3 days? And that one can, in this example here, an invitation to your social media, so they can start following you on social media. And if you want to, you can add a third email with more business information. You can share your business hours, whatever it is. And all of those emails are set up once and for all. So the information they have, it stays there week out and week in. Because after this, of course, you're going to send your regular newsletters and emails that you're sending. So we are at a good place, and you would like to start to wrap things, and we are wrapping up here. So we're going to take a look at what we are doing, what we've been doing. We are making sure you got all the fundamental things people find out to you. We talk about your website, listing and reviews, social media, and content that answers questions that people have about you and what you offer. And remember, the content can be repurposed and shared on all your channels. And rethink the use of social media to more engage, to provide value, and to entertain people. And then move people to your own channels by collecting their emails and their text messages, emails and their phone numbers. So if you're in the industry to send text messages, you can. So that's where you get hold of the people and try to get them interested. And when they are interested, you keep that contact going by having them subscribing, and more than anything, that you send them emails. So with this, we are wrapping up a little bit early today. And next month, we are talking about using Google Business Profile to grow your business. And that is for anyone that has a brick and mortar store or are serving a local area of some kind. And then later on, we are going to talk about holiday marketing. We're starting already in October so that you are ready for November and December and whatever the holiday rush can be for your industry. November, we are looking into social media and making sure that that is correctly set up. And then in December, we are talking more in detail about email marketing, content, personalized messages, and utilizing segmentation. So thank you so much for joining us. Here is our contact information. And you can always reach out, give us a call, or send us an email, subscribe to our newsletter, follow us on our YouTube channel, and we're always here to help you and interact with you. So thank you so much for today.